What is good, everybody? In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can capture accurate facial lighting whenever you're painting portraits with oils. Now, I feel like this is actually something really important because when I look at a lot of my portraits, I use a lot of facial lighting. You see over here in this one right here, I use facial lighting and I use a bunch over here, and it's something that can really level up all of your paintings. So if you feel like you really are looking for a place that you can improve or something that can spark up the pictures that you make, getting good facial lighting can be the difference between night and day with your photos. So I just wanted to show this process. It's very simple, and excuse me, I'm looking for another photo that I can show you this, but actually, yeah, this one right here. Capturing facial lighting is something that is super simple. It's just a few easy steps that you follow, and yeah, you can just implement it to the photos that you make right now. And also another one right here. I don't want to show you like my whole portfolio, but yeah, you see facial lighting, you're capturing it over here. So it's something that's like really essential whenever you're painting portraits. So you want to start off with your underpainting over here. And I have videos that show you how to create your underpainting, but this is step 0. Before we even get to step 1. This is step 0. You need to start off with your underpainting, and you need to get your proportions right, because having bad proportions but then you have like really good lighting is not going to give you what you're looking for. It's still going to look missing, like something's missing, or it's just going to look off. That's what I'm trying to say. It's just going to look off. So you need to get your underpainting right, and I have so many resources that help you out with this. I have videos, I even have software in the 7-step guide in the description down below. That's going to help you out with creating your underpainting. So the 7-step guide is completely free. I just created that to really help you guys out, get your feet turning, get yourself moving. So it's a PDF. I made photos on there. I made it really easy for you to follow. It's for beginners. So if you don't really know where to start, or you're just looking for something that you can use whenever you're painting portraits, it's right there. Just click the link over there and get your email. Put your email in there. I'll get it sent to you right away. So you're going to start off with your underpainting, and then from here, now you're going to move on to your dark and your midtones for the first color that you're going to be using. So this is before we are starting to use that light that we're going to see in the picture. So we're not going to move on to this yellow yet. We're just going to be focusing on this blue. We're going to focus on this blue that's on the face. And what you're going to do is you're going to start to apply your dark and your midtones. And the place where I put my dark tones are over here, and I put my midtones like over here. So this is before we start to get to that lighting. So the face is kind of looking flat right now, but that's the point, because we're not really focusing on the bright areas that really are gonna make those curves and those lines really stand out. Now this is just the base that we're using. So after you apply your dark and your midtones for the first color, now you're gonna start to apply your light tones and your white. Now this also feeds in because it gives to the overall brightness of the photo. So you really wanna create those whites pop, and you're gonna make them pop by not blending them fully. And you're not gonna blend them fully. You're still gonna have the white's personality in there. You see that the white over here is not blended fully. You see the white over here is not blended fully. I just used the white, but I'm not mixing it all the way to the point where you can't tell that it's like white over there. And I say this because there's different ways how you can blend the white, and you can manipulate the white to a point where you can't even tell that it's white and it looks like it's just like a brighter color. But you want that white to stand out because it's going to give that light look. It's going to give like that bright look, because it's all adding together. Making your facial lighting good is not just adding one thing. It's the whole picture, you see. Is the whole thing. Everything feeds into each other. So one part needs to click in order for the other one to. It's like a puzzle. They need to come together, and it creates it like together as one. Okay, there's different units that come together as one, and it creates the final product. So you really need to focus on every single area if you want the photo to come out nicely, or you want it to come out like a really good way. So you're gonna make the white tone stand out. You're gonna use your brush, and you're not going to blend it fully. Okay, so after you get to this, now you're going to start to add in your other colors, and you're going to put them all down, and you're going to lightly brush along the edges to prevent the color blending with each other. Now I'm going to have a video on the screen showing you exactly what I mean by this, but you're actually going to take your brush, you're going to dry it off. Okay, after you've applied the red, just like I did right here, you're going to dry off your brush, and along those edges between the blue and the red, you're just going to lightly brush, just like lightly swipe it like you're touching a dog. You're like going super smoothly, like super lightly on it, because you don't want to like roughly blend them, because it's gonna mess it up. It's gonna blend the red and the blue together. It's gonna make like a nasty color that you don't really want. You just want to have a smooth transition between the two colors, and the way how you do that is just by lightly brushing along the two edges, just to make sure that there's no color gaps. Okay, you don't want color gaps either, because there's going to be like a white line where you just like ended off the blue and the red, and either that's going to happen or the transition is going to be really sharp. It's not going to have like a nice smooth blend between each other, because even if you look like really closely, you see that there's like a small blend that makes it a little bit darker, but that's exactly what you want. Because when you even look at the reference photo right here, you see that there's like a small little blend between the two colors. It's not just like strictly red then blue. There's like a small blend, and the way how you do that is just like how I'm showing you right here in this step, with using those dry brushes to really get that transition nice and smoothly. So that's what I say right here. We only want a smooth transition. So really focus on getting that down, and that's going to help you out with getting to pictures like this right here. You see that I didn't blend between the black and the brown fully. I just created like a nice smooth transition. You're just going to make your brush go like this, just like lightly wiping on it, and you're just going to keep on doing that all around, and then it's going to have a nice smooth transition. Yeah. I got a little bit afraid. I didn't know if I put a little bit of paint on the picture, but you see what I'm talking about right here. And from here, now you're just going to add your light tones for your second color. And let me erase this right here so you can see exactly what I'm saying. But you're going to create your light tones right here to get that light reflection, because this little thing right here is going to make a huge difference, and it's going to make the roundness and the curves of the picture stand out. So if you're not doing that right now, start to do that. Use a small little brush, start to add these little details, that little bit of lighting, because it's going to make the curves of the face really like realistic. It's going to make it look really nice and stand out and make it pop. Because even if you look at the finished photo that I have right here, you see that the roundness of the face, these curves, these little places where I put that lighting, it makes it like stand out and makes it twice as good. So you really need to focus on the small details, because they're going to add up at the end. So that's why I really like to focus on the small things, and the small things really do matter, especially when you're trying to get good at painting. So after that, then you're going to touch up the photo with some blacks to darken up the shadows that you have. And from here, then you have a finished photo. So I hope that you all enjoyed watching this video. Again, check out that 7-step guide on painting portraits in the description down below. If you want to get to painting portraits just like this one right here, super simple. And over there, you're just going to type in your email, and you're going to join my emailing list for there. And over there in my emailing list, you're going to have access to me, because I'm going to launch an art coaching, going to help you out with all of the difficulties that you have. I'm going to guide you throughout any steps that you might be struggling with. And I feel like it's really helpful to have a mentor who's like a few steps ahead of you, or who's like gone through a different process, that you can really like pick their mind, because I'm going to give you everything that I've learned. I've been painting for a few years, and there's a lot of things that I messed up on, and I don't regret anything that I've messed up on, but I feel like I could have gotten to this stage a lot faster if I had somebody like really teach me this stuff that I've learned right now, because I'm a self-taught artist. I didn't really get that much education. Like, yeah, I've had some art teachers here teach me some things from here and there, but for 95% of the part, I'm self-taught. So I feel like that's also something really valuable within itself, who's somebody who's learned through their own experience. So I just want to have that for you guys. And I want you to be proud of the work that you make. I want you to be an artist that is confident, and the one that can really like create something, because this is such a cool skill to have, especially if you want to start selling your artwork. I realized that the best way how you can get clients is just by like improving your skill and getting that, and also like pushing yourself out there on social media to like focus on your craft and then show the world what you have, because that's exactly how I started selling my artwork, through social media. Like, I really focused on honing in on my skills, and I really focused on just getting as good and as quick as I can get, and then the clients were just attracted to me. So if you want to get that too, just focus on the things that you can control, and the things out of your control, they'll figure themselves out. So yeah, check out the 7-step guide, and from there you're going to get access to the coaching. And I hope you all enjoyed watching this video. And if you want to learn how you can get your proportions right every single time, click the video on the screen right now, and I'll see you all over there.